Black Laws, 9th edition. Intrinsic. Belonging to a thing by its very nature, not dependent on external circumstances, inherent and essential. Black Laws, 7th edition. Intrinsic. Belonging to a thing by its very nature, not dependent on external circumstances, inherent, essential. Black Laws. Inalienable rights. Rights which are not capable of being surrendered or transferred without the consent of the one possessing such rights. Freedom of speech or religion, due process and equal protection of the laws. So Black Law states that intrinsic means belonging to something by its very nature. By the nature of the fact of what this thing is, then it has intrinsic rights. So belonging to by the very nature. Inalienable in Black Laws. A right that cannot be surrendered. That cannot be surrendered. Natural rights. And they give an example, such as a right to own property. So we have intrinsic, inalienable rights which cannot be surrendered. Now the question bears to ask, what are these intrinsic and inalienable rights which cannot be surrendered? What are they? What do they consist of? And what do they include? Quebec, Charter of Human Rights and Freedoms. Preamble. Whereas every human being possesses intrinsic rights and freedoms designed to ensure his protection and development. Manitoba, the Human Rights Code. Preamble, Article D. Much discrimination is rooted in ignorance, and education is essential to its eradication, and therefore it is important that human rights education programs assist Manitobans to understand all their fundamental rights and freedoms, as well as their corresponding duties and responsibilities to others. So, their fundamental rights or intrinsic rights or inalienable rights. Prince Edward Island Human Rights Act. Whereas recognition of the inherent dignity and the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world, and is in accord with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as proclaimed by the United Nations. And whereas it is recognized in the Prince Edward Island as a fundamental principle that all persons are equal in dignity and human rights without regard to age, color, creed, ethnic or national origin, family status, material status, physical or intellectual disability, political belief, race, religion, sex, sexual orientation, or source of income. Nova Scotia, the Human Rights Act of Nova Scotia. The purpose of the Act is to recognize the inherent dignity and the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family, proclaim a common standard for achievement for basic human rights by all Nova Scotians, recognize that human rights must be protected by the rule of law. So the human, he has intrinsic and inalienable rights, very clearly expressed. And these rights are part of us by our very nature. Just because we are humans, because we are men and women, we have certain rights that are afforded to us. Now the government is under responsibility to teach you and me what these rights are, according to all these covenants that they sign, according to all these laws that they put into operation. We're supposed to be taught and educated what are our rights and freedoms as human beings. However, the government holds us in ignorance to our rights and freedoms, because in doing so, it's profited this government system. It's profited, if you will say, this commercial system. So, what are our rights and freedoms? That question is still hasn't been answered. What are they? the government was under obligation to teach us them. You see it in the Manitoba statute, you see it in the Nova Scotia statute, you see it in the Prince Edward Island statute, all the mention of the fact that there should be an obligation for us to be taught what our rights and freedoms are. You see it in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and Freedoms. It says it's a necessary thing to teach us and to keep these human rights in our minds, because it'll promote peace and it'll promote value for every one of us on an individual level. For when you know what your rights and freedoms are, you can then make demands. If you are in ignorance and you don't know what your rights and freedoms are as a human being, well then you won't demand for anything. You don't even know that you're lacking anything. You have fundamental, intrinsic, and inalienable rights. And these rights, there are accommodations for you in the laws for you to express these rights and freedoms, because there is obligations upon the state parties concerning your rights and freedoms. Now, you personally, you are the only one that can express, demand, or obtain, or walk in your rights and freedoms as a human being. No one else can do it for you. And the first action is understanding that these rights and freedoms are actually there and available for you, and that they've been there all the time. However, they were stripped from you through your legal person. And as being stripped from you, you've experienced life not walking with your fundamental rights and freedoms. Who is Justin Bieber? Who is Barack Obama? What is a credit card? What is a television? What's an airplane? What are your fundamental human rights and freedoms? What are your intrinsic rights that are attached to you as a man and woman, that are attached to you because of your nature? What are they? The Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Whereas disregard and contempt for human rights have resulted in barbarous acts which have outraged the conscience of mankind, and the advent of a world in which human beings shall enjoy freedom of speech and belief and freedom from fear and want has been proclaimed the highest aspiration of the common people. Article 1. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Article 2. Everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration. All the rights and freedoms. Article 3. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of the person. Article 4. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. Article 5. No one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment or punishment. Article 6. Everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. Article 7. All are equal before the law and are entitled without any discrimination to equal protection of the law. All are entitled to equal protection against any discrimination in violation of this declaration and against any incitement to such discrimination. Article 8. Everyone has the right to an effective remedy by competent national tribunals for acts violating the fundamental rights granted him by the Constitution or by law. Article 9. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. Article 10. Everyone is entitled to full equality to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal in the determination of his rights and obligations and of any criminal charge against him. Article 11. Everyone charged with a penal offense has the right to be presumed innocent until proved guilty, according to law, in a public trial at which he has had all the guarantees necessary for his defense. No one shall be held guilty of any penal offense on account of any act or omission which did not constitute a penal offense under national or international law at the time when it was committed, nor shall a heavier penalty be imposed than one that was applicable at the time the penal offense was committed. Article 12. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary interference with his privacy, family, home, or correspondence, nor to attacks upon his honor and reputation. Everyone has the right to protection of the law against such interference or attacks. Article 13. Everyone has the right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state. Everyone has the right to leave any country, including his own, and to return to his country. Article 14. Everyone has the right to seek and to enjoy in other countries asylum from persecution. This right may not be invoked in the case of prosecutions generally arising from non-political crimes or from acts contrary to the purpose and principles of the United Nations. Article 15. Everyone has the right to a nationality. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his nationality, nor denied the right to change his nationality. Article 16. Men and women of full age, without any limitation due to race, nationality, or religion, have the right to marry and to found a family. They are entitled to equal rights as to marriage, during marriage, and its dissolution. Marriage shall be entered into only with the free and full consent of the intending spouses. The family is a natural and fundamental group unit of society and is entitled to protection by society and the state. Article 17. Everyone has the right to own property alone. To own property alone, as well in association with others. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his property. Article 18. Everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. This right includes freedom to change his religion or belief, and freedom either alone or in community with others, and in public or private, to manifest his religion or belief in teaching, practice, worship, and observance. Article 19. Everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas through any media, and regardless of frontiers. Any media that includes YouTube. Article 20. Everyone has the right to freedom of peaceful assembly and association. No one may be compelled to belong to an association. Article 21. Everyone has the right to take part in the government of his country, directly or through freely chosen representatives. You have the right, no obligation. Everyone has the right of equal access to public service in his country. The will of the people shall be the basis of the authority of the government. This will shall be expressed in periodic and genuine elections, which shall be by universal and equal suffrage, and shall be held by secret vote or by equivalent free voting procedures. Article 22. Everyone, as a member of society, as a member of society, has the right to social security and is entitled to realization through national effort and international cooperation, and in accordance with organization and resources of each state, of the economic, social, and cultural rights indispensable for his dignity and the free development of his personality. Article 23. Everyone has the right to work, to free choice of employment, to just and favorable conditions of work, and to protection against unemployment. Everyone, without any discrimination, has the right to equal pay for equal work. Everyone who works has the right to just and favorable remuneration, ensuring for himself and his family an existence worthy of human dignity, and supplemented, if necessary, by other means of social protection. Everyone has the right to form and to join trade unions for the protection of his interests. Article 24. Everyone has the right to rest and leisure, including reasonable limitation of working hours and periodic holidays with pay. Article 25. Everyone has the right to a standard of living adequate for health and well-being of himself and of his family, including food, clothing, housing, and medical care, and necessary social services, and the right to security in the event of unemployment, sickness, disability, widowhood, old age, or other lack of livelihood in circumstances beyond his control. Motherhood and childhood are entitled to special care and assistance. All children, whether born in or out of wedlock, shall enjoy the same social protections. Article 26. Everyone has the right to education. Education shall be free, at least in the elementary and fundamental stages. Elementary education shall be compulsory. Technical and professional education shall be made generally available, and higher education shall be equally accessible to all on the basis of merit. Education shall be directed to the full development of the human personality and to the strengthening of respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. It shall promote understanding, tolerance, and friendship among all nations, racial and religious groups, and shall further the activities of the United Nations for the maintenance of peace. Parents have a prior right to choose the kind of education that shall be given to their children. Article 27. Everyone has the right freely to participate in the cultural life of the community, to enjoy the arts, and to share in scientific advancements and its benefits. Everyone has the right to the protection of the moral and material interest resulting from any scientific, literary, or artistic production of which he is the author. Article 28. Everyone is entitled to a social and international order in which the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration can be fully realized. Article 29. Everyone has duties to the community in which alone the free and full development of his personality is possible. In the exercise of his rights and freedoms, everyone shall be subjected only to such limitations as are determined by law, solely for the purpose of securing due recognition and respect for the rights and freedoms of others, and of meeting the just requirements of morality, public order, and the general welfare in a democratic society. These rights and freedoms may in no case be exercised contrary to the purpose and principles of the United Nations. And then Article 30 states, nothing in this declaration may be interpreted as implying for any state, group, or person any right to engage in any activity or to perform any act aimed at the destruction of any of the rights and freedoms set forth herein.